I'm Teisha Bader with Shalom TV's News Update. The U.S. Ambassador to Israel, Dan Shapiro, expressed his congratulations to Israelis on a successful election day. Shapiro tweeted Tuesday night after the polls closed in Israel, "Mazal tov to the Israeli people on their just completed elections, always inspiring to see democracy in action." The ambassador later posted that the U.S. looks forward to working closely with the next government of Israel. As you may have seen on IBA News, White House spokesman Jay Carney also responded to the election, saying the United States remains committed, as it has been for a long time, to working with the parties to press forward the goal of a two-state solution. That has not changed and it will not change, he said. Congressman Eliot Engel, the ranking member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, also released a statement praising Israel's democracy and reiterated support for Israel, saying, "We in Congress will always defend Israel. This commitment is ironclad," a pledge made by Democrats and Republicans alike. Meanwhile, Yesh Atid leader Yair Lapid rejected any talk of forming a blocking majority against Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Both Labor leader Sheli Yachimovich and Meretz leader Zahava Gal'on had urged Lapid to form a, quote, obstructionist bloc with the left to prevent Netanyahu from forming the next coalition government. The Yesh Atid leader told reporters that his party would not be part of such a bloc against Netanyahu. Lapid seemed to be expressing his support of the formation of a government led by Netanyahu, saying he was pleased by what the prime minister said post-election on tackling the issue of drafting the ultra-Orthodox into the military and on socio-economic issues. He also said that the election results had made the will of the people clear and that he would work according to those results. Lapid's party, Yesh Atid, won a projected 19 seats in the election, making it the second largest party after Netanyahu's Likud. An IDF Jeep came under attack in the West Bank on Wednesday. The Jeep was traveling near the village of Al Arub, southwest of Bethlehem, when it was struck by Molotov cocktails and stones. The IDF said an initial inquiry showed that the soldiers got out of the Jeep and opened fire at their Palestinian attackers. Several Palestinians were reportedly injured, and Palestinian sources claim that one Palestinian woman died from gunshot wounds. The IDF is investigating the incident. The president of the European Parliament addressed concerns over growing anti-Semitism at the Parliament's first official ceremony in commemoration of International Holocaust Remembrance Day on Tuesday in Brussels. Parliament President Martin Schulz said, "Yes, Jewish people are living in fear in Europe, but this is not 1929, this is 2012, adding that the European Union was established, quote, on the lessons of Auschwitz as a framework for mutual control to, quote, avoid one member passing uncontrollably in a dangerous direction, unquote. Schulz made the statements in response to an earlier speech made at the ceremony by European Jewish Congress President Dr. Moshe Kantor, who warned of growing racism and anti-Semitism across Europe. Kantor had said this is not 1943, but it could well be 1929, with extremists marching in the street and into Parliament. The European Parliament has hosted ceremonies for Holocaust Memorial Day in the past, but Tuesday's event was the first time the memorial was incorporated into the official calendar of the European Union. Schulz said the move represented a binding agreement to commemorate the event together with the European Jewish Congress and other Jewish groups. And finally today, the West Bank city of Arielle is in mourning this week, having laid to rest their mayor of 28 years, Ron Nachman. Nachman, who was also a former Knesset member, died Friday at the age of 70 after battling cancer for several years. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu eulogized Nachman on Sunday at the start of the weekly cabinet meeting, saying, "Today we part from our dear friend who managed to build Arielle into a city of culture with a university. I regret that he did not have additional years in which to enjoy the fruit of his labors." The Conference of Presidents of major American Jewish organizations also paid tribute to Nachman and said that the city of Arielle is a lasting memorial to him and to the Zionist principles he held so dear. When Shalom TV President Mark Golub visited Arielle, he had the opportunity to sit down with the mayor.
My responsibility is to tell your children that if something happens there in the United States, there, I don't know where, they have a home to come to. And this is the Jewish homeland.
Ron Nachman was buried in Arielle, the city he founded, on Sunday. He is survived by his wife Dorit, 4 daughters, and grandchildren. And that's Shalom TV's news update. I'm Teisha Bader.
They have a home to come to. And this is the Jewish homeland. This is my responsibility. That's what I'm doing after fighting 1 year a cancer. And you see me after